Now, without any further ado, the man himself, Professor Victor Singingeagle! Yay! Right on, right on. All right. I love this illustration. It looks almost like the gorillas. Feel good. Never mind. Focus. I'm going to start singing and dancing up here. This is an AI rendition of Kavanoshka, the spirit of winter. Because you see, in my tribe, the runaway band of Potawatomi Indians, we have a story, as always, about where the seasons come from. Now, long time ago, Indian time, before the world was overrun by Homo sapiens, humans. There was just a few humans. The humans had just been created, so there are only a few of us running around. At that time, there were no seasons. In the daytime, Shawondassee. Let's see if I can draw. Yes, I love this AI rendition of Shawondassee. A fat and lazy south wind would come up from the south in the day, and he would spread warmth and beautiful sunny skies, and the deers and the flowers loved him because he was so full of joy, and he was fat and full of mirth, and he was so happy all the time. Everybody loved him. Oh, look at how many fingers AI gave him on that hand. That looks weird. By the way, for some reason, AI didn't draw the tree all the way down, so I had to actually add that in. But never mind, we're going to stay focused. We got Kavanoshka, the spirit of winter. AI did a really good job there. Look at that. Make her so cute. Look at the little earring and everything. So, Kavanoshka is the spirit of winter. At nighttime, she would come up and she'd bring cooler winds to cool off Mother Earth and water the plants as they sleep and keep everything green. Keep the plants green, keep the animals fed. And this was cool. They did this like clockwork, I guess is the best way to explain it. Ruler of the night and ruler of the day. And they did, everything was in balance. However, as you can already feel it coming, this is the time of the early human beings. Think about Shawondassee, the spirit of summer or the spirit of spring, the spirit of warmth. He's nearsighted and he's lazy. So he'd go hovering over the earth and he'd show off the sun. All the plants and animals would come out, but he would not do a whole lot of moving, you see. He'd just be hovering because he's big and fat and he could float, you see, because he's a divine being. And one day, as he's floating over a hill, he sees a beautiful dandelion growing on the top of a hill, but he's nearsighted. He thought he was seeing one of the first human beings. I like how AI drew her. I wish it would have made her look more native, but whatever. White hair. He thought it was a beautiful maiden with a big old white afro, and he was in love. And he was so lazy he didn't go down to look closer. He would have known it's a dandelion. Now, you got to keep in mind, this dude is fat and lazy and full of joy. Kavanoshka, on the other hand, is slender, but she's a practical joker. And these are brother and sister divine beings. They're twin brother and sister. I don't know what the twin part comes in, but I guess they were born at the same time. The Creator created them both at the same time. So, as siblings go, boy and girl, in this case, twin brother and sister, they're always doing stuff to each other, especially Kavanoshka, because she's a practical joker and she loves to play jokes on her brother. So, she's looking down and she goes, what is that fat fool doing this time? He's over there, he's falling in love with a stupid dandelion. So she makes some kind of noise. Maybe she grabs a stick and throws it across, and Shawondassee turns to look. And when Shawondassee turns to look, Kavanoshka swoops down out of the sky. Whoosh! Oh, here's another one where that's a weird AI rendition where he thinks he's floating, supposed to be floating in the sky over, and there is what he thinks is a new human, but it's actually a dandelion. But back to the story, you see, is that Kavanoshka swoops down, whoosh, and sucks all the hair up. And now we have a bald dandelion. Now, Shawondassee turns and he sees what his sister's doing. What are you doing? You're killing! And they get into a big old fight. Whoosh! And they cause storms and tornadoes and hurricanes. And whoosh, there's a good rendition of it right there. Whoosh. And this is why, to this very day, at the change of the seasons, from spring, or I should say from summer to winter, or whatever, and then back from winter back to the warm season, there's always a big old storm where the winds are fighting. It's because Kavanoshka and Shawondassee are fighting for control. Their seasons now. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you so much for your kind attention. You guys have a nice weekend. Talk later. Bye-bye.